Alright, so this is part 2 of a YouVersion Bible devotion by North Point Church, Community Church. And I'm just going to actually read through it because I think the way it's written is just really fantastic, and I feel like if I put my spin on it, it's not going to do it justice. So the reading is: have you ever thought that no matter how hard you tried or how hard you worked at something, it would never quite be good enough? Have you ever felt like you were always falling short of someone's expectations? You are not alone. Most of us have believed this about ourselves at some point in our lives. I don't measure up. I am not worthy. I am not enough. What we believe about ourselves is a powerful influencer of our behaviours. If we really do believe that we are not good enough, that we are not worthy of love, we will work hard to behave in a way that we believe will gain someone's acceptance. We will feel guilt and shame when we don't meet that person's standards or expectations, and the cycle will continue. It's an exhausting way to live. But there is another way. When we trust God, God adopts us into His family. We become His children. If we don't behave like His children, it's because we fail to grasp the awesome scope of what He did when He redeemed us through the death and resurrection of His Son. So who does God say we are? The Apostle Paul wrote this to first century Jesus followers in the city of Corinth. This means that anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone and a new life has begun. So that's from 2 Corinthians 5:17. This passage tells us that when we become a Christian and place our trust in Jesus, we become a brand new person. It means that we can experience freedom by living the life God has designed for us, a life where what God says about us and who we are is how we see ourselves. And because of Jesus, God says, you are enough. You are loved. You have a purpose. You belong. You are His. Believing you're enough because of Jesus can totally shift your perspective. It can bring freedom you didn't know was possible. You can rest and be encouraged in what God says about you. When you become weary, you can focus on these truths that will shift your mind and your heart. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Now, obviously, I don't take credit for this devotion. I didn't write it, so it is one written by North Point Community Church, so full credit goes to them. But I just thought it was a really nice way of putting God's love into perspective and maybe just reflect on the areas where we feel like we don't measure up, or practice reminding ourselves that we are fully accepted and approved by God. So think about how that truth can affect the way we act and the way our emotions are influenced as well.